Look at all these rubbers. My name's Blinky, and welcome to my garage. Goodness me. There is two individual parcels that I received. The individual trunk seal, and then a full kit, which is the 4 doors and the front window and the rear window seal. So I'm excited to get this on. I will link these parts in the description if you want to check them out. I think the full kit was around $300 and then around maybe $60 or $70 for the rear trunk seal. So I'm just going to get to it. I want to start putting these door ones on first, and I'll leave these front and rear windows till last. So let's rip up the packets and see what we got, and try and work out front to rear and get them installed, etc, etc. Well, this is really helpful to work out what's what in the kit. They've actually got tags on them showing what is what. Let's go put it where it belongs. I'm going to do that to all of them. So I'm going to start with the front left door. It's going to be very simple to put them on because there's only one angled piece on this whole rubber strip, which is for this corner here. Everything else on this door has curved edges, so there's no need for them to go put any kind of molding on this trim. So I'm going to start with this corner. It just gives me a point of reference to start. Squeeze it into these little run channels here, and then as we get down to the door, you'll see the little pinholes, they're little clips that are pre-installed go into. So let's pull this out of the packet. Awesome, there's the corner and the shape of the rubber for it to fit into the channel. And hopefully you can see that, but there are the clips that pushes into the little holes all the way around the rubber trim. I'll try to put the front lip in first. Once that front's gone in that lip there, go over to the top. You see this top lip is not in. And what it is, right there, we got to push this back piece just for it to pop down into place. So I now have to do this over this segment and the following door rail. All right, now that's all in place nicely. Gonna get this little clip and place it right into the very first little hole. Hopefully it's not hard to put in. I might need to tap that with a, I don't know, a rubber-ended mallet or something to get that in there nicely. But it's a simple procedure of popping these all the way in around the whole door frame until they fit up. So let's continue doing that. Excellent, with that all in now, we can shut the door for the first time with new rubbers on it. I didn't need to tap these with any kind of mallet, I just had to use my big boy muscles and push them in by hand. But they are nice and in all the way along, all the way around and up. And I've just double checked that everything is seated correctly inside these rails. So let's see how it shuts. Wow, that sounded pretty solid. The seal in there looks really nice. It's taken up that whole gap, and there was a pretty decent gap in there, so that's totally filled now. Nothing's poking out here, which is good. Oh, that's wonderful. Let's do it again. That's awesome. There's enough pressure on that door. When I shut it, it wants to push back out against the lock or against the door latch anyway. So that's That's nice and sealed all the way up in there. I'm over the moon with that. Well, now we got to do all of the doors. So I'm going to do that. See you when I'm finished. So they are now all in, and I'll tell you what, it makes a massive difference having nice new seals on these doors. Everything just shuts so solidly with a nice cushiony oomph sound, knowing it's going to be all, you know, weatherproof. So that is great. Everything's squished up and taken all the gaps. Overall, really happy with this kit so far. Everything is fitted up almost perfectly. And I haven't had to take anything back off to give it a round 2. So far, I would highly recommend them. They're doing the job, I guess. True test will come when, you know, it's summer and I'm in a torrential downpour for a week straight. I'm sure that'll sort out any leaks if there are any. But until then, I'm pretty happy with these. I might quickly just put the boot rubber on, or the trunk seal, just real quick so it's got somewhere to live. Now this is not going to be its final resting place. I'm going to take it back off again, and I am going to seal it in with some Sikaflex or window sealant or something in the boot itself. I'll put the Sikaflex up in the gap of the rubber. Where is it? Right up in there. I'll squeeze the Sikaflex, just a little bead of it, and then push it on. My other option is putting a bead of it right along the wall, all the way around in a nice neat bead, and then pushing it down. Either way, I want to make sure that this trunk is completely sealed from water and rain. But let's put it on here now, just so it's got somewhere to live. There's 3 little slots cut out of it there, there, and there. I don't know what they're for, so I guess I'm just going to put them down the bottom and line the middle slot up with this latch. I don't know. I'm guessing that's going to be correct. It's actually holding really well. I wonder if I am going to need to put a seal, an extra rim of silicone around there or not, because that's actually holding on really well, and this nice new rubber is actually creating a very good seal. I'll think about it, I'll make my mind up later. Well, that's gone on really well. I don't think I'm going to need to put silicone in that joint. Some of the older ones that I did, like the RA28 Celica, I always had issues with that. But this one is just fitting straight up, nice and sticky rubber. It's holding onto that rim perfectly. I don't think I need to Sikaflex that. That ain't leaking anytime soon. That was a nice firm seal when I shut that then. Over time it will soften up a little bit, but that's good to know that that's nice and sealed. Now my boot actually sits flush with the panels of the car, which it wasn't before because it had no seal in it. That is so good. Oh yeah. Well, it's coming together more and more and more, which is so exciting, and it's looking better and better.